Hi guys, my name is Cindy. Today we're going to be talking about the KC1 Delta that we have here in the lab. What that checks is the prothrombin time for a patient. What that does is it checks to see how quickly or slowly that your blood is clotting. The principle of our KC1 Delta machine uses electromechanical clot detection system. What it is there's a stainless steel ball or a BB that's in the bottom that is at the bottom of the cuvettes. See in there, see it moving around. What it does is you're going to put your patient sample in there and it's going to incubate for 60 seconds to get it warmed up just in case it wasn't already room temperature. And then you're going to add your Innovin, which is going to start the clotting process, which will be picked up by the BB when it does, which is going to be the stopping point, which is going to give you your result. Okay, the supplies that we need for the machine is your Innovin, which is your reagent. They're found in the refrigerator in the back of the lab. It's only good for 10 days in the refrigerator. So make sure you watch your expiration dates. Then you have your KC1 or Control 1, and these are only good for 16 hours at 2 to 8 degrees and 8 hours at room temp. And your Control 3, which is also only good for 16 hours at 2 to 8 degrees or 8 hours at room temp. Supplies needed, we have a special tube that holds your Innovin in the warming chamber. It sits in the top of the 6 spots, and then you have your cuvettes that have the BB in them. You're going to put one in your warming chamber. You're going to put one in your warming chamber, and then you're going to put one in each of the coinciding things for a total of 5. Okay, then you're going to turn on your instrument by pressing the top right button and you'll hear it beep. And this just tells you want to give it about 10 to 15 minutes to warm up. As you can see, we've had it off for a little while, so it's not showing anything on there, but it'll start warming up where you're going to put your Innovin so that it can be warm. Okay, when you are getting ready to put it in, you want to make sure that you've got your Innovin. You want to kind of swirl it and twist it to make sure it's good mixed up. Now on this one you can use just a regular plastic pipette because it's just just a transfer pipette. And you want to put about an ml in there. And you're just going to put it in your warming station. And then you want to cap your Innovin back. Oh, and then, as you can see, the BB stays at the bottom 6 o'clock position in the well. What causes that is there's a magnet on this back side that is keeping the pull on there. And what will happen is when we put our Innovin in there, when we put our patient in there, it'll mix the patient's plasma to keep it going. And then after the 60-second incubation period, we'll add the Innovin, and then we're going to press 3 and have to push 4 within 5 seconds to start the measurement of the clotting process. One of the reasons that you might do this test is if the patient's on Coumadin or Plavix, a blood thinner, so that they can check to see if the blood is thin enough to maybe prevent having a heart attack or blood clots, things like that. Oh, while we're waiting on it to warm up, what we're going to cover is the paperwork side of the QC machine. It's kept on the wall right above where the machine sits on the counter. When you open it really handy. You want to go through your daily maintenance log. You're going to do your date and your initials, and it's going to kind of give you a rundown of everything you need to do to get it ready. You're going to do your power on and wait 15 minutes. Get your reagents and QC and everything ready, and then your warming station. And then it shows where you're going to run your QC, and you want to post it after you run your QC, which will be on this sheet. And you want to make sure you've got everything wrote on there. But usually before you start, you're going to get that from your package insert. Okay, our machine is at our 37 degrees, so we'll come back to that in just a second. Okay, first thing we're going to add is 50 microliters of our patient sample, which one thing you want to do is you want to make sure it's from a blue citrate tube, which we've got some poured off into there. So we want to put and actually, before we do our patient, we have to do our QC. Alright, you want to mix it. Make sure it's good and mixed. Okay, and you want to use your cotton swab to get the lid off. Okay. What you're going to do is you want to make sure your pipette is straight up. You're going to stick it in there and you're going to draw 50 microliters of your sample. You're going to put it, you want to put it at your top corner, and you want to try your best not to hit the bottom or to dispense it on the sides, because you want it all down at the bottom. And as you can see, there, the BB should start going. There it goes. Now,
yeah.
Okay. It is staying at the bottom 6 o'clock position, which is mixing your patient sample. And you want to pick that you're doing a PT, a PTT, or a fibrinogen. And today we're going to do a PT, so we're going to hit the first one. So it's going to start our 60-second countdown. And while we're doing that, you want to get your next pipette ready to add your 100 microliters of your Innovin, which is importantly placed in the top well. Go ahead and put your lid back on your KC1. And it'll start beeping at about 20 seconds, kind of giving you a warning of, hey, you're going to have to do something. And it does it about every 5 seconds, just to kind of let you know. And then at 5 seconds, it's going to beep every 1 second. Okay, so you want to get in there, get your 100 microliters of Innovin, and you want to hit 3 as you're dispensing and start it within 5 seconds. That way, it can start as the two are mixing to get your thing. Alright, and since this was our control 1, it's going to go a little bit slower or quicker. So the INR was 8.0 seconds, which is okay. Okay, so when you get ready to do your second one, you just hit 2 again, and that brings you back to the front screen you're on. So we want to go ahead and take out that well, and we'll put it in the trash. And you're going to move your next one down there and make sure it's rolling, and you want to mix your QC3. Okay. Okay, we're going to take the top off. Okay, then we're going to add 50 microliters of our QC/patient. down on the bottom and hit PT, and it's going to start our 60-second countdown. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the cap back on our QC3. Good. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and get your pipette tip. It's fixing to start beeping. And you're going to go ahead and get your 100 microliters of your Inoven. Okay, and you want to hit 3 as you're ejected, and then 4 within the 5-second interval. And this one should take a little bit longer since it's our higher QC. Okay, our patient result is 41.6 seconds, which is within range. So then you're going to go back to your, our analyte and our reagent, which is our Inoven, and then we have our QC1 bottle and our QC2 bottle. We've got the date, and then we've got the control vial open date, the text initials, and your ranges. That second one was 41.6 seconds, and the first one was 8.4, which is a little bit below the normal, so we would go to the appropriate log and see what we need to do to perform corrective actions. Okay. And then when you're getting ready to do it, you want to take out that one, and to get it. Okay, when we gotta get ready to shut down. And you don't want to save your memory, so you just hit no. Oh. And then you're all done. You get rid of the rest of your cups. And you will go to the sink and wash out our special pipette for the KC1 Delta and put it back in the drawer and return everything to its supplies and clean everything up. To clean off the outside of the machine, you can get just some gauze, and you want to spray your alcohol mixture on your gauze, and you're just going to wipe down the outside of it to get rid of any residue that might have splashed from your QC or patient samples. And then it has its own cover. You will put your cover on it, and that's it for the KC1 Delta.